black people really don't play these games with stuff like that.
We don't play these games.
Yeah, like, even when she was in the laundromat and she saw that dark stairwell, she was like, nope. And I think that's why I liked the brother Troy so much, because he was like, black people don't be summoning shit. And I'm like, yeah, they did it. Like,
they really did.
Not a black person was summoning him. Hi, I'm Danielle.
And I'm Del.
And this is The Black Catch-Up, where we're catching up on iconic black media we missed out on in our more conservative religious childhood.
Yeah, so So today we got a fresh one.
Yeah. We saw Candyman, the 2021 version.
Yeah.
We went in theaters. And before anyone asks, we're both vaccinated. We social distance this entire pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
We are maskers. We're good. We're good. Okay. So, start this off with the IMDb. A spiritual sequel to the horror film Candyman in 1992 that returns to the now gentrified Chicago neighborhood where the legend began.
Okay.
So I think this might be one of... This isn't the first sequel we've done on this channel, but
no,
it's like...
definitely not, yeah.
No, it's like the first, I guess, remake or something, maybe.
Yeah, because we didn't do Coming to America, did we?
No, we didn't.
Okay, yeah. So... Yeah,
we could do it if you want us to.
Yeah.
But,
we might do
yeah.
it still, you know?
But yeah, this is a fresh one. So, let's see, things we liked. Do you want to start off?
Yeah, sure. I'll start this one off.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, you start off. I didn't
okay.
My notes app up.
So I'll start off. I'll say I loved how much killing we got in this movie. That was a big... I looked over my notes of the last Candyman, and that was a big thing for me, that there wasn't as much Candymaning, and after this, I'll stop saying his name. Wasn't as much killing, but I just loved the killing and the nature of the killing and the use of the mirrors with it, so it was really top notch for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I liked the killings too because they weren't too gory. Like I think the first one was like really gory, but then after that they kind of started using mirrors. Like it was like really cool angles. So I liked all the angles they did with the killing.
Yeah, there were so many different angles.
Yeah, no, that was definitely one of my favorite parts too.
Yeah.
Still my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, another thing I liked was I really liked how they kind of continued the story from the first one.
Yeah, I said that too.
You know, like, I don't know at what point in the movie I realized, like, he was the kid. I think when he went back to his mom that second time, I realized he was the kid. And I was like, okay, that's actually really cool, you know? So, I like how they continued it. And I also liked the nature of the flashbacks. How they did that little, like, puppet thing, almost. Yeah. So, I like how they kind of incorporated the flashbacks in the previous movie. Yeah,
I thought they did a really good job of like just weaving the legend into this movie, for me at least. It just seemed like very much a continuation, and it was set in the same universe as the first one, basically. Yeah. So it wasn't like a complete retcon, everything is different. It was very much standard and the same. The next thing I had was, I really liked the kind of, I guess, theme of immortality, sort of, that they had, in terms of, like, the legends, making things a legend, and how, as a black person, you kind of, like, strive for that, almost, because so much of what we have is taken away with the gentrification, and I think Anthony, who is the character who became He Who Must Not Be Named, he, like, really saw himself as as wanting to be a legend and wanting to be legendary, like, as evidenced by the fact that when the first killing happened, he was like, they're saying my name, and it was like, and his girlfriend and his brother-in-law character, whatever, they were like, what the hell, people just died, but he was so focused on like, I'm gonna be immortal. So I think that just theme of immortality and also by the fact that he was an artist, and art is pretty
that's what I was gonna
lasting.
Say, because I like seeing people kind of go crazy in movies, like I said probably many times on this show, you know, but I love like my psychological horrors and everything. So watching him go crazy and getting to see it kind of through his art too. Like, in the beginning, his like the things he painted were like very straightforward, you know, just kind of whatever they were depicting. But toward the end, he kind of had all those crazy faces, and you kind of see him kind of getting crazier as he's painting, and everything just kind of keeps escalating. So I really did enjoy that.
There's great escalation in the movie. Okay, I think it's your turn now.
Oh yeah. The next thing I had was Black Love. I just thought there was like a lot of good Black love in there. Yeah. Just love in general. Like it wasn't forced in our face. Like, you know, they were kind of just two couples that I don't know, I thought looked good on screen, you know? So
Oh, speaking of black people, I just said you can tell when black people are at the helm of a movie that stars black people when the hair and the costumes are right, and they were right the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. I want to say Tiana Paris is the name of the woman who played Brianna.
That was the girlfriend?
Yeah, Brianna. Yeah. Her hair looked right every single time. And it's just always the little touches that you see, like her wearing a hair scarf when she goes to bed, and like her hair always looking nice and fresh and like I like saying like very conditioned. Like you can tell you like put a lot of conditioner in your hair, like you probably smell of like you probably smell of coconut oil and shea butter. Like I can tell. Like it's just those little touches that I always love.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
No, nothing else really. I mean, I like the brother character Troy, who was so funny.
Yeah, no, I thought he was really funny too.
But yeah, that was pretty much it for me.
Actually, that was a point I want to make. The movie was really funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I thought it was very funny. You know, like just a lot of great moments. A lot of like great one-liners, great like little quips. So very funny. Yep.
Okay, so now dislikes.
Yeah.
You could start this one off.
Yeah, I guess okay. I had two, but the first one is the skin thing. That was too much for me. You know, that was too much for me. Like I understand you got to earn those R ratings, but I didn't need to see the hand. like when he peeled it, and then there was one more thing he did later too. I don't remember what it was, but there was the peel and then some other thing.
Oh no, he like picked his fingernail off.
Yeah, that was it. You see that's eye spoilers for me.
I was watching it through my fingers, but I watched The Walking Dead, so I'm like all fine with the gore. But I can, but I was also like, that's so gross. Please just go to a doctor. Like I know we don't trust them, just go, please.
Yeah.
The thing that I had was, while I like the use of flashbacks, I was kind of confused at Brianna's flashback, where we saw her dad kill himself.
Yeah.
That kind of didn't factor into the story for me.
Yeah.
Or like.
Yeah, apparently her dad was like a failed artist.
Yeah, I got that he was a failed artist, but it kind of, I think the dots didn't fully connect for me. I know they wanted to make it seem as though she just almost collects tortured artists and paralleling her father with Anthony, but I almost feel as though we needed more of those parallels to make that flashback really stick. Because we kind of just had the flashback and I was like, what?
Okay.
Like, why did we just saw it really quickly when she like had the nightmare after the first gallery or whatever, and I was like, oh, maybe no, only because it just kind of didn't really amount to anything except for like another line at the end, like, oh yeah, dad stuff, do you want to sell it? And then we kind of don't really figure out that.
Yeah, no, I'm actually glad you pointed that out because I agreed with that, and my second point was that I thought there were almost like too many flashbacks, or like it relied too heavily on flashbacks. And like I understand it's a sequel, but like I feel like if I didn't see the first movie, I would have like been very not confused, but just like I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much or like followed along as well. I just thought there were a lot of flashbacks, you know. So I don't know. I just wish like I didn't have to have seen the first one, you know. Or at least like get so much of the first one kind of rehashed in the movie.
Yeah, I kind of get what you mean. I will say the rehashing that they did of the first one, at least to me, worked really well because he was like getting so deep into the legend, so we had to like talk about the legend. It was kind of like the elephant in the room to not mention it. But I can see what you're saying where I was like, we had so many. My last point was, I think the ending was rushed because of the laundromat guy. I almost feel as though his plan came out of nowhere. Like, maybe... This is what's hard about watching movies in theaters. You can't be, like, on your phone taking notes like I typically do. So, I was like... To me, his plan seemed to come out of nowhere. I was like, was he always planning to resurrect he who must not be named? And, like, is this always how he wanted to do it? And, like, it just seemed as though once Brianna came... fishing for like what happened to Anthony after he disappeared, it kind of went like bing, boom, 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 really fast.
Yeah, I agree, because at the end it seemed like he was like on screen for like 2-3 minutes and then was kind of just killed, you know, like he had the whole scene where he chopped off the arm and everything, but
but like before that point he kind of was just like he went Anthony always went to him if he had like more questions about the legend, and he didn't seem to be at least I don't think so. He didn't seem to be saying, I want to resurrect the legend. He was just like, gentrification, man, this sucks. And like, this is what the legend was. And I remember seeing him here. Like, it didn't seem as though he had plans to resurrect him from what we saw.
Yeah.
So it could have been a twist, but to me, twists are good when you see like little nuggets that you can like go back and be like, oh, he was planting the seed.
Yeah.
And maybe they were there, but like I don't remember.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe that could be the point, because I guess the whole thing of Candyman is just kind of telling people to say the name.
Yeah.
You know, so like even at the end when he like kills all the cops and he's like, keep saying my name, or he says something along those lines, you know, the name of the thing. So I guess like in that sense, I could see how the laundromat guy was in on it, or that was his plan, because, you know, he knew the legend and wanted to keep saying his name.
Yeah.
Also, the laundromat guy had 2 flashbacks of seeing Candyman, or 1?
He had 2.
Okay.
He had 2. The first one was he saw the guy in the wall who was named like Sherman or something like that.
Yeah.
Who wasn't really like the guy who put razor blades in candy. Mm-hmm. And then he like goes home and his sister plays the game and dies. Yeah.
Okay.
Or is killed. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So that's all I have.
Yeah. Yep, that's all I have too.
Let's move on to ratings.
Yeah, you want to start? Or?
Yeah, I'll start. I gave this one a very solid 4 out of 5. I liked it better than the original, or at least, because I remember my gripes with the original were that there wasn't enough killing, and this one had that, so A-okay in my book. I just thought it was a really successfully told story, and it continues the theme that Jordan Peele's production has of, like, more social horror instead of, like, traditional, I guess I will say, horror movies. I just like that theme. I also liked how gruesome it was, which is the same as the killings. And I thought the effects were top-notch.
Okay. Yeah, I also really like this movie. I gave it a 4.5. Yeah, I just thought it was like, again, the story, like you said, the story was well told. The killings were very, like, cinematic and beautiful. And, like, just a beautiful amount of balance of gore, storytelling, and just, like, jokes and everything I would kind of want to see in, like, this kind of, like, psychological horror kind of genre. So, yeah, I really liked it. 4.5.
All right. So the last question is, you wish you'd seen it sooner. This is the day it came out, so we actually can't have seen it any sooner.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be like, do you recommend it to anyone?
Yeah, no, definitely go see it. Definitely go see it.
I will say, if you see, you have to be a horror movie fan. And you have to be able to handle gore. If you cannot, I do not recommend it for you. Yeah. But if you're someone who enjoys horror movies, and if you like Monkey Paw Productions and Nia DaCosta's direction, she did a fabulous job. Yeah, go see it.
All right. That was Candyman, 2021.
Yes.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell for notifications. If you have any suggestions of movies for us, you can leave them in the comments down below. All of our socials will be linked in the description box down below. We do movies on Tuesdays and Fridays, and we'll see you next time to catch up. Bye. Oh my gosh, when those 4 girls were in the mirror in school saying it, I was like, and then the one little black girl came in and was like just sitting in the bathroom, and I was like, please don't take this girl out. She has nothing to do with their white nonsense. Yeah. She's not there. She's not doing it. And he didn't, so I was like, thank God. Phew. Every black person made it out. Well, except for the laundromat guy.
Yeah, but he was...
He was trying to kill...
It was his fault.
Yeah, it was his fault.
He was the whole problem.
Yeah, but every other black person, we made it. We made it. I love that. I love that for us.
Yeah.